share one thing I've been thinking about, which is this is a strange game. It's very strange. And the more you play it, and I don't just mean grind through it, and I'm not trying to diss anyone, but half distracted by a chat channel or whatever, the more you actually engage with it, as you would like a game of chess against the computer, I don't know what, the more strange it becomes. The analogy I would make is to an advanced mutant version of Oregon Trail, where there's this simplicity, this oversimplicity to it that is deceptively stark and almost obliteratingly simple. And that comes to us in the form of the limited number of, station layouts and the limited number of alien species and the limited number of ship configurations and blah, blah, blah. But the way you engage with it is uniquely your own and uniquely strange, because you are encountering unexpected scenarios that the designers never specifically envisioned. They weren't scripted. They are situations that arise, like when you jump out of your ship 45 feet away from a beacon, and you get there and it starts to rain acid rain on you, and you have to decide whether or not to finish opening the beacon or dash back to your ship before you die. I mean, these are like you have died of dysentery. This is the Oregon Trail aspect of it. It brings out a genuine response, and it's a genuine response to a disingenuous situation, a situation that is constructed, but not constructed by any sort of human mind or artifice, constructed by circumstance, in a very simplified sandbox. What interests me is that many of these experiences are deeply banal and deeply almost demoralizing in their simplicity, right? And this is something that has bugged, most of the reviewers that have run up against the wall of it. But they also haven't, I feel like one thing I've done here is taken a large amount of time in one place. I've been in one system this whole time, slowly building my cash reserves up so I can build a ship that can make its way to the next system and actually, have enough storage to ply the space lanes, whatever the heck. But I've been engaging as genuinely as I can these peculiar scenarios that have sent me now full circle in a story that is uniquely mine as a player, and yet also part and parcel of the character story of this lone, what I'm now calling a resurveyor, who is ironically headed back to the very place he crash landed and awakened. And as we fly towards this world, the world where we began again after it oh my gosh! Seriously? Did you seriously see that? Okay, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Now, if we're lucky, those aren't pirates and they won't circle back to obliterate us. What are the odds? I mean, I guess we're flying anyway. It doesn't matter. That kind of thing happens. I'm sorry for yelling into the microphone. And it's weird. It's a weird thing about this game. Seriously, this game is like HAL takes over Oregon Trail. It's craziness. So anyway, this resurveyor, we're headed back to the world where we began, and where we found ourselves crash landed. We had to leave the only home we'd ever known, which is the area within a mile of our crash site, which we documented with some detail. Didn't document much of our sort of misadventures in the other 4 planets, and that's okay. I mean, seriously, they were miserable. But we're headed back, and the character, can't help but wonder, has this happened before? Am I stuck in some loop? Am I going to crash? You know, is this going to be like a repeating situation? This is the character, you know. I mean, this is taking the given circumstances. In a way, this is like a, you know, things I learned in acting, of method acting. You are as genuine as you can be to the given circumstances of the play. And the given circumstances are everything that we're encountering. So I'm going to get to some of those things when we land. The simplicity of it all. The only species we've encountered as a character so far have been the Gek. And the only bit of lore so far we've learned from the Gek, because we had a number of ruins expire on us, is that sometime in their very ancient past, we presume, not last year, we presume, they thought themselves to be, at least, some kind of world-obliterating, conquering species. And there are these diminutive little creatures that are now masters of commerce. So, you know, we can think about that. So we're going to head in. We're going to go for it. And the first order of business, for me, is going to be to just, you know, fly low over the landscape. But what I'm looking for is, I'm looking for two things. One would be anything familiar, which is exceedingly unlikely, even on this small world. I'll arrive in, 5 hours if I don't speed up. I got it. Exceedingly unlikely, you know, but not impossible, right? Hope springs eternal. Because, man, if there's not another one of those megapad landing bays to use as a home base, we won't encounter enough other starships without having to go up to the space station to get off this planet and head out to another system. So that's the first thing we're going to do, but we're just also going to skim and look for anything welcoming as well. It'd be nice to find, sorry, I got cat hair on my face. It'd be nice to find a pleasant place to set up camp. For now, we've got to get there. And so let's do it. You ready? So what do we want to go, sunward side or night side? I wish I remembered where I was. You know what? I shouldn't mess with that. I shouldn't bother with where I was. This is new. This is a new day. So I'm going to head right for the dawn. Right there. I have adjusted the sound settings. I haven't turned the music down, but I have turned the sound effects up in relation to the music. I think I found a good balance. In given places, the music does repeat, and it does repeat on it. You know, it's going to repeat. It's a theme we've heard before on this world, I believe. That beacon in the far right is never going to go away, and it's on a world that is literally on fire, like Venus. We're never going to be able to do anything about it. Ah, yes. So familiar. It's great. But at least there are plants. At least there are animals. Some vague vegetation. As you can see, my speed is slowly decelerating. I do enjoy the navigation in this. It's slowly slowing down. I can't run into anything. Oh, I'm still in. How do I turn this? Let's try that. Can I turn off? No, I can't. There we go. There we go. All right. So now... Oh, no. All right, we're going for it. Holy smokes. I cannot tell you. That's what we need. That is what we need. Right there. And there's no way it's the same one. But I can't tell you how glad I am that it at least exists. Oh my gosh. This is the weirdest game ever. Alright, check out this ship. You know what? I have seen Mining Overseer Fat before. I remember that name. This dude is here. That is bizarre. Alright, so I have a, well, first we're gonna sell what we can. We got a bunch of gold. By the way, look up at our units. That took a little effort, but yeah, it's all right. So now here's the deal. Up on the space station, yeah, they're not doing it here, are they? That's funny. Okay, sorry for that noise. Up on the space station, the ship commanders will sometimes, at least a couple of times per exchange, offer you extremely good prices on certain things. They have a gold star next to them. They're like 100% over normal. So, it's actually a reason to go to the space station. And it's really not that hard to go to the space station. But what we don't have a lot of is space on our ship slots. So we need to make decisions. And the logical decision is to dump as much as we can. Now, I'm not going to dump anything that is worse, or approaching 5% under market. But in this case, that gold simply reminds me of 5 minutes I spent on a windy hellscape digging straight down into a vein of gold. So I'm gonna let it go. Let's look around. Selling precisely for market plutonium, which we actually need, and which turns out to be more useful, even if harder to gather, than carbon. We don't have much else they want. It's so interesting that they don't have anything over market. So we've sold, we don't need to buy anything right now. Let's take a look at their ship. And I'm just trying to compare it. 23 slots at 1 million credits. 1,270,000, right on target. More than I have, more than I'm willing to pay by an order of magnitude, but right in line with my calculations so far. So we're going to decline, of course, and take a look around. This is our new home. Take a good look. There's no reason whatsoever to go anywhere else. Really, on the whole planet. Within a few clicks should be everything we need. Let's take a look at the ship while we're at it. See what I mean by Oregon Trail? I mean, these guys are like, this is the modern equivalent of pixelated. And I actually wish, originally, the versions of this game were low poly count, which is kind of when things are faceted and made of big sort of polygon chunks. I kind of liked that. And this is good too, but there's obviously a plasticine artificiality to it, but I'm beginning to, if not warm to it, at least kind of understand, where it comes from and what its role is. Let's see if he offers the same prices for sale. I suspect he does. I'm not going to sell my plutonium. And Bob's your uncle. Let's look at his ship. 28 slots for 3 million. That's actually the largest ship we've run into. And I'm going to write down, what I'm doing is logging the costs of some of these so that I can divide and calculate cost per slot. That way, when I run across a bargain, I'll know it, and assuming that bargain also speaks to my resurveying soul, I will buy it. 28. Okay. So, you know, I hope you're ready to just hang, because we're going to just roll with this for a while tonight. This is the deal. These are the jokes, folks. This is where we are. This is our situation. Oh, nice. This one floats. And, you know, it's going to play. God, that's going to drive me crazy. Beacon signal transmission detected. Maybe there's a way to get rid of it. Let's see what I can do, because I swear to you, oh my gosh, it's going to drive me crazy. I don't see a thing. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. How? Oh, wow. There's no way. There's no way to get rid of that. That is my reminder. You know, it's okay. Whatever. It's there. I swear it's going to be there until I leave the system. That is my reminder that there are beings worse off than myself in this solar system. So, let's take a look at these guys. One thing it's always good to do is... Oh, those were selling for a pretty penny a little while ago up at the station. Ah, those might sell for a bit too. Interesting. And what honest pilot doesn't love plutonium? No! No! Yes, this has been my day. This has actually been my my season. I'm gonna say this day has been like a year in the game, you know, like for my character. Oh, well, I accomplished something. Don't know what. Ugh. Ugh. It's like an airport. Okay. I don't really have much to sell, but I guess I'll check it out just in case. What do I have? Oh, see, look, Gek Charms, under market. Those, I swear to you, I'm just gonna go up. I'm gonna save those and go up to the space station. There's no reason to be lowballed. I mean, they're paying some ridiculous prices. Look at, you know, what I've got to work with there. All of this, man. 3% up, at least there's that. What? 534? Forget that. Oh, man. This is going to be the downside of this. Is I am in essentially a backwater. I don't believe it. All I need to do here is build a ship, find a ship, get a ship. Oh wait, that's not possibly. What? See, now look at this. This is interesting. These are markers from other worlds. You know, this beacon is on another planet. Poor guy. I think he must be on. This must be whatchamacallit, Infernal World. And there's a shelter. I never set down on it because, I mean, it was shelter on a world that I didn't intend to stay on anyway, so. But it's still there, and I don't know how to cancel those. Another ship. That looks just like the one, just like ours. It's okay. It's alright. Here's what we need. What is going on? We need... Ah, I see. Huh, that's fascinating. Why are those cropping up here? Those really do sell for a bit. I think I have a feeling we're going to be... I'm going to be, without you having to deal with it. making some runs to the space station. Let's see what's out there. Man, oh man. I'm glad we found a platform, you know? I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth. This is a haven in comparison. Those are two very similar vehicles. I'm not going to worry about them. I wonder where my life supports. I'm not going to worry about it. Those don't stack, do they? That's a shame. God, am I going to be running up to the... I am. Oh my God, I swear. Alright, I've got to sell that nickel, no matter how much I get for it, and I'm going to sell that power reserve. I've got a new situation here. I'm a little downtrodden. We, the character, Resurveyor Akaraza, we're a little downtrodden. You know, we're back where we started, in some place reminiscent, but not the same, as the place we left with oh so much hope for a better world in our future. So we're gonna go ahead and see, that's fine. Look at that. 35,000 units for that. I can live with that. Not gonna worry about that either. We're gonna try and keep our inventory simple. That's the goal. Oops. I do wish the controls toggled, but this I'm not selling. My fascination bead, not gonna sell it. My Corvax convergence cell, not gonna sell it. Nickel, I'll sell it. Alright. Okay. I need to find, I really want to find a camp or something like that. Oh, these are familiar faces. Seriously, literally familiar faces. These are the same ships that I encountered earlier for the same prices. I have nothing left to sell. I'm not going to even talk to them. What's this? Bypass ship. Oh, call starship. I see. You can call your ship here. That's cool. Alright. Let's look around. Scanning by eye. I don't see any camps. I could hop in my jalopy and fly around. It's going to be better than going on foot. Actually, a little surprised I don't see anything. God, that's going to drive me nuts. Look at that. Look at that. Some long burned out beacon. Incoming signal. Amazing. Off-planet shelter. I love it. That's going to annoy me. That's okay. It's a reminder. Remember, it's a reminder. All right. I want to find a ruin. I want to find some lore. I want to find... Oh, those are weird. Wow, look at that thing. I want to find a reason. So here's the problem. We don't have... Interestingly, one thing this doesn't have, I think, is a way station. Like, we can't save our location here. That's actually kind of weird. So, we need to find a nearby... Oh, there's a nice cave over there, and there's a huge chunk of thorium. This is a nice one. Nope, not gonna worry about it for now. Although, the price... Look at these! Look, they're taunting me! Ouch. Check this one out. Some of these ships are pretty cool. In a really, really geeky... Oh! Mining Overseer Fat. Good to see you again. Never mind. I get the picture. Alright, I feel like a fool. Alright. Forget it. We've got our pad. We're going to try and find a ruin. God. Clearly I'm in a bad mood today. We, the character, we're in a bad mood. Kind of treating ourselves a little poorly here. What? What do you want? Ah. All right. So, the goal is to find a secondary camp close to here where I can save my location. I'm flying slow, and yet look how fast. There are nice caves around here. Should be plenty of resources. Again, you know, as far as places in exile go, there are worse, right? Alright, we're going to try to trace a perimeter. Oh wow, I can get the hang of, you know, flying and viewing here. Actually, that's not bad. Look at those. I mean, caves are good. Caves provide mining opportunities. Mining opportunities are how we're going to get out of here. Look at them all. They all look very familiar, don't they? It's alright. It's the way of the world. Alright, we're going to widen our perimeter. Oh, alright, alright. You see the question mark over there? Arrive in 1 minute. Now, remember where we are. There we are. We're good. Let's seek it out. There it is. Ah, there's a couple. God, come on. Sorry about that. Okay. We will go to the closer one first. It's only a little closer, interestingly enough. I suspect it's a little camp. And then we will check out the other one. 25, 24. It's weird. Where is it? Where is it? Aye! Wait! Ah! Something's wrong. That's our trading post. See, seriously frustrating not being able to find places. Where are we? We don't want it in a minute. We don't want to lose. Alright, so now, unfortunately, we have to circle back and find our pad, because that's where our ships are coming in. No pun intended. I think that's it. Scanner recharging. Is that it? Yes, that's it. That's what we want. Alright. Just keep our eyes peeled. Look at that. Wow, that's quite the... You know what? That looks like that's been mined. That's a little strange. This is not where I was. This is not where I was. Can't be. Man, that really looks like it was mine, though. And I know it's not where I was because I don't see other things around it. There were some ruins around it. Etc. I wish, you know, in some ways I wish I had captured the other worlds. But, man, They were really depressing. They were really depressing, I'm telling you. Oh God, that's too far. We can't go that far. We need one close. We had one close. Come on. Oh my God, it's driving me nuts. I think it's that one. A minute? That doesn't seem right. Is that it? Well, at least it's close enough. We're gonna try. If we can land there, that's progress. Looks like some fair mining opportunities around. You know, I won't necessarily leave this on for long. This is what a lot of my chunk of time is going to be like while I work on getting a ship. Where is it? What the fuck? Oh, crap. I'm sorry for my French. Wow. I really don't know what to do. Well, we've got birds. That's kind of cool. Come on. Whatever. I think there are species I haven't captured yet, but wow. This place is windy, but you know what? It doesn't deplete my life support, you know, within 2 minutes. I really don't know, though. Alright, what about that? Let's leave this here and check this out. I'm determined to at least find a camp. Ah, is that it? No. I mean, that looks great. It looks like a big chunk of aluminum, but yep. Oh yeah, at least there's a save there. I see it now. I'm a little peeved. I'm burning out my mining gun. Good old aluminium. Maybe someday I'll come back and get the rest of it. Merkazim more! Alright. We'll save our place. And then I will go ahead and close the video for now. And I will probably bring it back on when I've got a ship. Because that'll be a happy moment.